other.
Wow.
I mean, it allows you freedom and allows you to go places where you can smile and look at the sunset and things like that. That's what you choose to do and you enjoy to do.
Right.
But there are a lot of people with tons of money who are unhappy because either they become a prisoner of their money, or they become so consumed with getting money that they don't allow time for happiness.
Right.
Life is about balance, right? You have to have some type of balance. You have like time for work and it's time for play. And if you don't allow these two things to coexist, you have an imbalance of one or the other. And it doesn't have to be anything like, it doesn't have to turn into a negative situation when you're grown and you're mature. You know, anytime that it turns into something else, it's pretty much just ego and pride talking. You know, and you let your ego take over, and of course things can go veer left and go strange really quickly because of the entourages around each camp. It's never really the guys, it's really the entourage, because they need to prove themselves, you know, worthy of the
paycheck.
You know, so when you're self-aware, even when you're dealing with someone's ego, you know when to allow it to, you allow their ego to live in its own space. You know, the problem is when you engage that energy. That's when there's a problem. If you engage the ego with your ego, then it's like, okay, now something has to happen. It can keep escalating to a level that can be irreversible, you know. But if you don't engage the ego, if you know how to manipulate or play around with the ego, I'm sure, you know, and a lot of times what that also can be, you can misinterpret that as you know, arrogance. You know,
in some way.
If someone doesn't engage you in the way that you believe they should, then people's like, he's arrogant. He's act like he's above everybody. Like, no, I just don't want to argue with you about stupid shit. I just really don't have time to argue. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we all have fear of failure in some sort of ways. And do you have the power to get out from up under you? You know, the power to get out from everything you've done.
That hasn't happened to you.
I think again, it goes back to a bit of what Warren was saying as well. Like, it's the discipline as well, the discipline to not get caught up in the moment. You know, music is like stocks too. You know, there's the hot thing of the moment. You know, there's this hot electro sound, or the hot auto-tune voice, or the hot whatever's new and exciting. And you know, people tend to make emotional decisions based on that. They don't stick with what they know. This is who I am. This is what I do. And then they, you know, jump on this next hot thing, and you know, it's not for you. So for me, just having the discipline and having the confidence that in who I am, you know, and if I go into a studio and if I find my truth of the moment, there are a number of people in the world that can relate to what I'm saying, and it's gonna buy into what I'm doing. You know, not because it's the new thing of the moment, but because it's my genuine emotions. It's how I feel. It's how I articulate the world. And, you know, just having the discipline to just, you know, be yourself.
Because you once said, as an artist, you are fighting against everything that's new and everyone's fascination with new things.
Yeah, shiny things.
And
what I believe is, like, you know, don't listen to anyone. Everybody's scared. You know, everyone tells you how things worked out, but it worked out for you that way. You know, it's even hard for me to, like, you know, I say, you know, I just give the information and then let the artists make their decision.
Right.
I can't say you should do this because this is how it works. You know, it may not work that way for, you know, artist A or B or C the same way it worked out for me. All I can do is provide information. So don't listen to anyone because their experience is unique to who they are. You know what I mean? And then a lot of people will try to put their fears on you. You can't do that. No, you can't do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they just projecting. They're putting things that they don't believe that they can do on you. And you may possibly do it. Like my uncle. Like, I don't think he meant not. And I know I'm killing him. I'm saying him so many times. I know he's going to be at Christmas. Like, why do you keep bringing this up? You know, my uncle, he was telling me, like, I'm never going to. My uncle said I never sell 1 million records. I sold 1 million records like 1 million times. You know, so he was, I'm sure I'm his nephew. I know I don't think he meant any malice.
He wanted the best for you, but he
just was projecting
believe.
his fears
Right.
and things that, are you crazy? How are you going to do that? How? You know, I'm sure there's things that I do now that he can't believe that I was able to accomplish. But he couldn't even see it at the time. So he was just projecting, putting his fears on me. So the whole thing is just, you know, and always believe you're great, even before anybody else believes it. I feel honored to be in these situations that I could use my voice and do the things I do. You know, it's an extension of my family. It's like the things that I do. I tell my family all the time. I tell my grandmother, my mom, you know, they're proud. They're super proud and strong women, and they won't ask me for anything. And I say, man, you know, there are times where I don't want to get my picture taken, and I want to eat, and you know, paparazzi like take photos in your face and screaming at you and like taking pictures, and you can't take your kid to the park. And I'm like, those are the sort of things that give the reason why I'm okay with it, and why I can cope and live with these things without, you know, much as a complaint. It's the things that it allows me to do, the spaces that it affords me, the rooms I'm allowed to go in as myself. I walk in every room as myself. I don't walk in any room as anyone else. I'm not cowering. I'm not speaking soft. My voice doesn't change. It sounds exactly the same way. I'm walking as myself and proud, and I speak for us, and that gives me a joy. I'm honored to be in those rooms, and so yes. I think just doing things that you believe in, you know, things that you understand. I think that's the best investment. I heard Warren Buffett say that just the other day. And I just innately felt that, you know, just invest in things that you understand.